Are you okay to meet by the gate at 5?
Sounds good. I'll head over after class.
Cool. I booked a table at that French restaurant we talked about the other day. The one near campus. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, sounds good. I've been wanting to go there forever. Thanks for making the reservation.
No problem. I hope you like it. I don't really have a lot of experience with this. Dating, I mean. So, I don't really know which places are good date spots.
I don't believe that. You seem so popular. I don't know anyone who would pass on a guy as cute as you.
I hear that a lot, but the truth is I haven't had much luck with dating. Maybe because I'm so careful. Making friends is no problem, but when it comes to a girlfriend, I'm always second-guessing everything.
Really? Well, I guess it's an honor to be chosen then. Especially considering how many cute girls go to our school. Just kidding.
Really, I think you're something special. Not only are you attractive, but you're so smart and attentive and good at talking. I feel like nothing gets by you. I've met someone so irresistible.
Oh, stop. You're making me blush over here.
No, really. Meeting you was the best thing about going to this school.
All right. Don't think that flattery is going to get you anywhere.
Oh, by the way, do you have class in the morning tomorrow?
Nope, just one class in the afternoon. Why?
I see. Well, I was just thinking. You could stay at my place tonight. If you're up for it, I mean.
Oh, yeah? I thought you said you didn't normally like having people over. We've been dating for 1 month now, and I haven't even seen your place.
Yeah, you're right, I don't. But it feels like the right time. Because you're special. But of course, there's no pressure if you don't want to. I know what it sounds like, inviting a girl over to stay the night.
No, I want to. I'm happy you asked me. All right, I need to pack my stuff before I head to class then.
Great. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Me too. My finger slipped. You've got me all flustered. My palms are starting to get sweaty. Anyway, later. Just got home. I had a really great time last night. Thanks for having me over. And the restaurant was so good. We definitely need to go there again sometime.
I think I'm all right. You're nowhere near as good as my mother, so I think I'm over it.
Nowhere near as good? What do you mean? Nowhere near as good at what?
You know, last night. You were terrible. I couldn't get into it at all. What's the deal? It feels so good when Mother does it. I'm so disappointed. Sorry, I don't think I can date someone who doesn't know how to make a man feel good.
Wait, what's this about your mother? Is this supposed to be some kind of weird joke? Because it's not funny.
I'm not joking. I'm saying you were terrible last night.
Worse than your mother? What does that mean? Are you saying that you do that with your mom?
Is there a problem with that?
Gross! Are you serious? That's your mother!
What? What's gross about it? Mother does everything she can for me.
Everything she can? What exactly do the two of you do together?
Mother said I shouldn't date anyone who isn't good at it. So, we've got to break up.
Wait, let me get this straight. Because I'm bad at it, you're breaking up with me?
That's right. If we're going to date, then of course we have to at least consider marriage, and I'm afraid you're just not marriage material. You're definitely my type. You've got a great face and body. Of course, you're really smart as well. But unfortunately, I found a fatal flaw. Things seem to be going so well, so it's a shame to end it, but it really can't be helped. I don't think someone who can't do that can make a good wife or a good mother.
What kind of logic is that? Just because I don't have a lot of experience with boys, it's natural I wouldn't be that good at it yet. But what in the world does that have to do with being a good mother?
Everything. A good woman should be able to please her husband, and she should also be able to show her son the ropes. Children who get a jump start on things at home can raise even better children in the future. That's what Mother always says.
What do you mean, show her son the ropes? Everything you're saying is so weird. Normal moms don't do stuff like that.
That's why Mother is so amazing. She would do anything for me. That's why I can only go out with a girl who is as amazing as Mother.
That's what your mom tells you? I'm sorry, but that's just too messed up and disgusting. I really don't think that that's something that Mother should be doing.
What's so messed up about it? Mother is just stating the truth.
Even at this age, you still believe everything your mom says? Is your mom really that amazing?
I don't see why she would say anything that wasn't true. So, I believe her. Plus, she's the ideal mother. She's beautiful and kind. Plus, she would do anything for me. She's a model mother.
I really don't think someone who is having relations with their son could be called a model mother.
Don't you say anything bad about her. Besides, you're just jealous because I told you you weren't as good as her. You're just a small-minded girl. I guess it's just like Mother said. An inexperienced girl is no good. Oh well, I can still find the perfect someone here. There are plenty of other good-looking, intelligent girls at this university after all.
Are you saying you came to this school so you could find the perfect girlfriend? Well, perfect according to your mom.
And what if I did?
That's really why? I feel sorry for the next girl who goes out with you.
What? Why? I'm handsome and I have confidence in my abilities. Plus, I have great job prospects. I'm the ideal guy.
Ideal for who? A guy who fools around with his mother is definitely a no-go for anyone. I can't believe I even have to say that.
What is with this attitude toward my mother? You're being very rude to her.
Oh yeah? And what about your attitude to me? You can't just say bad things about someone else and pretend like you're untouchable.
I think I've heard just about enough of this. I don't feel comfortable continuing to talk with you. I didn't think you were so ill-mannered, trying to pass off your own inadequacies on your partner. Please don't contact me again. Skank. Hey you! What did you say to my new girlfriend? Don't mess around with me right now! What did you say?
She's the friend of a friend. When I heard she started seeing you, I couldn't just not say anything. Of course I warned her about you. I thought I should try and get her away from you before you hurt her too.
Are you out of your mind? You've gotten in the way of true love.
What true love? Even a 100-year burning passion would die instantly at a glimpse of your twisted heart. I didn't want her to have to go through the same thing I did. Like I said, no one wants to sleep with a guy who sleeps with his own mom.
You say that, but it seems like you're just trying to hang on to me. You're jealous that I got a new girlfriend, so you're trying to pull her away from me. No matter how much you get in my way, I'm not going to want to get involved with you again. You're just a nuisance. It's creepy, really.
OMG, where does this confidence come from? You have zero qualities worth holding any kind of lingering affection over. If anything, you're a blemish on an otherwise pretty good record of boys I've dated. I can't tell you how much I regret getting involved with you so carelessly.
Who are you calling a blemish? You really can't stomach my relationship with my mother that much?
I think your problem lies even deeper than you and your mom getting busy. You look down on any woman who isn't your mother. You're a lost cause, and honestly need a mental evaluation. Anyway, I think your new girlfriend has been spreading what she heard about you around campus. I guess everyone knows what you're really like now.
That tramp. And that's why no one will talk to me recently. Ugh! If I can't even get a girl, what was even the point of going to this university? Why did I bother studying so hard for the SATs? All because of my relationship with my mother? Why is everyone here so small-minded?
I would give up on finding a girlfriend at this school if I were you. And not just here. I think you're going to have difficulties anywhere once they find out about you.
You harlots. I don't want anything to do with such vulgar women anyway.
Vulgar? You're one to talk.
What? You are. That tramp. She had a new boyfriend right after breaking up with me. And you're no different. You've got a new boyfriend now as well, don't you? You floozy.
What can you do? The heart wants what it wants. And it's not like I cheated on you or anything. Plus, you started going out with her the next month after we split up.
No, I'm not like you guys. I take things one step at a time and properly investigate my partners before I start dating. This more recent girl is someone I'd been considering for more than 6 months. After you turned out to be a disappointment, I just moved to the next candidate on my list.
Whoa. This just gets worse and worse. Is that how you think of women? I can't believe I ever liked someone like you. I'm so embarrassed for myself.
You're just grumbling about being exposed as a skank.
You should really stop using that word. What's wrong with finding a new partner after one relationship fails?
It's like my mother said. Women who move from man to man are a disgrace to their gender. My mother was chaste, by the way. She said my father was the first man she'd ever been with. He passed away in an accident when I was still just a baby. My mother worked herself to the bone, raising me by herself.
Huh. That's not the story I heard.
What? What did you hear?
I heard this after we broke up, mind you. Apparently, your mom and my dad went to the same middle school and high school. Next time you go home, take a look at her yearbooks. There are pictures of the two of them.
You're full of it.
No, I'm serious. Your mom's name is Ashley, right?
Just because you know Mother's name, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't prove anything.
Fine. Didn't your mom get hit with a soccer ball when she was in middle school and rupture her right eardrum? She's had trouble hearing out of that ear ever since then, right?
Well, that's true.
My dad told me. He said that your mom was really something when she was young. Teachers, other students' fathers. She would do anyone she could get her hands on. Apparently, they call her the man-eater back in their hometown.
You watch your mouth. That is a filthy lie.
When I told my dad, it seemed like she was also sleeping with her own son. He said it didn't surprise him. She was going out with so many different people when she got pregnant. Apparently, she used to laugh and tell everyone that she had no idea who the father might be.
Cut it out. You really shouldn't make fun of other people's mothers. There's no way my mother was that kind of woman.
Then why does she also sleep with all of your friends? That doesn't sound like something a chaste woman would be doing.
What? What are you saying right now?
I just happened to see her when I was on my way to work earlier. Your mom was going into a hotel with your friend John. I took a picture. Hold on a sec, and I'll send it to you. You're definitely right, though. She really is a looker. I don't think any young guy would be able to resist that kind of allure if she made a move on them.
There's no way. Mother and John? No, there's no way that's true. Mother would never do something like that.
Freddie, let's be real here. There's no way you never noticed that things around your house were weird. You've been trying so hard to convince yourself that your mom is amazing that you're willfully overlooking all the red flags. You couldn't take it if you let yourself acknowledge the truth.
No, I love my mother. Mother loves me. She gives me everything.
I almost feel bad saying this to you, but maybe your mother is just using you to satisfy her own unfulfilled urges.
Don't say that.
But it definitely seems like she's also sleeping around with your friends. Isn't it possible that she just likes young 20-something guys?
No, of course not. Mother is the perfect mother. She is a model mother.
Why don't I tell you what hotel they went in and you can go see for yourself? It was only just 30 minutes ago when I saw them, so they're probably still there.
Of course I won't go.
Why not? Go and find out the truth for yourself.
I don't need to go anywhere or do anything to know that Mother wouldn't do that kind of thing.
Well, I guess there's no getting through to you then. I guess you'll just keep running away from the truth. Coward. You're just too afraid to go and find out the truth. Because you've known the whole time what you'll find. You just don't want to admit it.
You shut your dirty mouth. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you're going to carry on like that, maybe I will go. Hurry up and tell me the hotel.
All right. Hold your horses. I have a feeling this is going to be a night to remember. Freddy went to the hotel I told him and spent the whole night waiting near the entrance. Sure enough, Freddy's mom and his friend John came out eventually, arm in arm. There was nothing left but for Freddy to acknowledge that his mother had been lying to him. Freddy fell into a state of delusion as his love and hatred for his mother clashed inside of his head, and he ended up attacking the both of them with an umbrella. He had to be pulled off of them by the police. Freddy ended up getting expelled from the university because he injured his friend in the attack. And because Freddy explained everything to the police about why he attacked them, his grandparents found out about the special relationship he had with his mother. His grandparents have taken steps to keep Freddy and his mother apart so that she can't damage him any more than she already has. Apparently, knowing full well of their daughter's penchant for men in her youth, they had wondered whether or not something might be going on for some time. They gave her a bunch of money and told her never to come near Freddy again. I heard she took the money happily and went overseas. From the sounds of it, she didn't have a shred of lingering affection to spare for Freddy. And as for Freddy, physically free of his mother's grasp, it doesn't seem like his obsession with his mother has gone away. Even now, he's still looking for her. Of course, it's not that easy to find someone who has disappeared overseas. On the other hand, things for me are going great with my new boyfriend. He's no model, but this time I decided to prioritize personality over looks. I don't really have super high standards for men. But at the very least, I'm gonna pass on ever getting involved with a guy who is involved with his own mother. But I'd really like to think there are not many of those out there.
Deep text.
Hey, Rena. Is the Sunday of the week after next okay for the get-together with your parents?
Hey, Ken. Thanks for working so hard lately. You're the best. Yeah, I think the week after next should be good. Mom and Dad should be at home then, so I don't see why not.
Okay, great. Let's go for a week on Sunday then.
Sounds good. Thanks for coming up with a day. I don't know about you, but I'm kinda nervous. I can't believe it's your first time meeting my parents, despite the fact that we're getting married. That's heavy.
No kidding. It's just been one thing after the other with work, and we never really got a chance, huh? This might just be the most nervous I've ever been in my life. Do you think I should wear a suit?
No way, silly. Just wear your normal clothes. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I was wondering if I should invite Mel to be there for the introduction too.
I guess I don't really mind. Mel knows I proposed to you, right? I wouldn't want to bother her on her day off work though, so only invite her if it's not a problem.
Yeah, about that. Mel hasn't been herself lately. She seems a little down. I was thinking it might do her some good to spend some time with everyone. It's been so long, I think it might be just what she needs.
Oh? I didn't know about that. I see. Wonder if something happened.
I've asked her a few times, but she keeps saying she's fine. Ever since we were kids, she's always been the type to hide how she's really feeling. Honestly, she never tells me anything. I don't know whether it's because we're twins, but even if she doesn't say a thing, I can tell when something's bothering her.
I see. I guess that is a little worrying. Hopefully being reunited with everyone will give her a break from her worries. Could be just what she needs.
Listen, on the off chance that she says anything to you about how she's feeling, would you do me a favor and hear her out? I want her to have someone she can talk to.
Huh? Me? Would she really unload her words onto me of all people?
She likes you, you know. She even praised you before. She said you always seem so relaxed and laid back. And that she feels like you're the sort of person she could rely on you if she needed to.
What? But I'm not like that at all. Okay, deal. If she says anything to me, I'll hear her out.
Thanks a bunch, honey. I'm counting on you. I'll tell my parents about the plan. Knowing them, they'll probably prepare an unnecessary large buffet.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I can always eat.
Good evening, Ken. Oh, it's been a while.
Hi, Mel. No kidding. How you been? It's not like you to message me. Did something happen?
I heard you and Rena are getting married, so naturally, I wanted to congratulate you. Congratulations! Take good care of my big sister, okay? And don't forget to give me some attention every now and then, too.
Thanks. I'm gonna be going to your parents' place soon so I can meet them before the wedding. Did Rena tell you?
Yep, she told me. The thing is, I really want to go, but I have plans on that day, and I can't make it.
Oh, I see. That's a shame. But let's go out for a meal somewhere some other time to make up for it. Just the three of us, okay?
Sounds good.
You're gonna be family when I marry your big sis, after all. And that means you're gonna be stuck with me. I hope you're prepared. I want you to know that if you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here. Whether I'll be of any use is a different matter altogether.
Ken, thank you. Listen, the thing is, I actually messaged you today because there was something I wanted to talk about.
Oh, you did? What is it?
Well, you see, I'm pregnant.
Wow, congratulations! I didn't know you had a boyfriend. Wait a sec. No way. Is he refusing to acknowledge it as his?
No, the baby is yours.
What? The baby is mine?
Yes, I'm pregnant with your child, Ken.
No. Wait a sec. Me and you aren't even together, Mel.
I know that.
But in that case, you must know it's not possible for you to be pregnant with my kid.
That's where you're wrong. You don't know this, but I went on a date with you in my sister's place one time.
Wait, what? No way. No way! There's just no way. It's 100% impossible. No, 200% impossible.
The truth is, Ken, it was love at first sight. As soon as I saw you, I knew you were the one. I knew that we were meant to be together. On that day, Rena had a cold and she was feeling pretty under the weather. I could hear how ill she was on the phone, so I bought some vitamin drinks and headed over to her apartment. While I was there, she told me about how she was supposed to go on a date with you that evening. Then, after she fell asleep, something just came over me. I put on some of her clothes and headed out to meet you for the date, pretending to be her.
Wow. Oh my god.
There was a day where she canceled on you last minute, but then texted a little later saying it turned out she could go after all, right? Remember?
Well, yeah, I remember, but she said that was because you caught a cold and she was gonna stay home and look after you while you recovered.
That was because I took her phone when she wasn't looking and sent a phony message. Speaking honestly, I was almost certain you'd know it was me, but I liked you so much I thought, what the hell, let's do it. What surprised me the most was that you didn't even seem suspicious.
Come on, Mel, are you serious? None of this makes sense. The entire chat history is still there. Surely Rena would have seen it when she woke up and realized what was going on.
Yes, which is why when the date was over, I apologized to her immediately. I think that's why she fell for it so completely. Of course, I didn't tell her about us sleeping together. I just played me going on the date instead of her as some kind of prank. Like a wanting to see how long I could trick you for kind of thing. Fun and games, you know?
I see.
The thing is, I've wanted kids for a long time, and that hasn't changed. But I'm not sure I can raise a child all on my own. To tell you the truth, I'm scared, Ken. Which is why I'm not going to ask you to acknowledge the baby. But I am going to need compensation in the form of child support payments, at least for a little while.
Compensation? What the hell?
I did think about raising it completely on my own, and honestly, I'd rather do it that way, but it's unrealistic. I'd be at work all the time, and I want to be there for the baby at least for the first year. I'm not going to ask you to pay child support for 20 years or anything. That would just be crazy. But at the very least, instead of that, and please understand I never wanted to ask you this, but could I ask you for a one-time payment of $40,000?
Holy freaking Jesus balls.
I'm sure I remember you and Rena talking about how you were saving up money in some kind of marriage fund, right? On top of that, you invest in stocks and shares, right? And didn't you say you dabble in crypto too? Surely you can put together a measly $40,000 for our baby.
Like hell I can!
What? Why not? Look, I know it could be argued that it was wrong of me to deceive you like that. But this is your own child we're talking about here. If you won't pay, I'll tell Rena and my parents that you got me pregnant. Do you really want that to happen? Rena would be heartbroken. She'd never recover.
Of course I don't want that to happen. It's just that I honestly have no recollection of sleeping with you.
I told you! I dressed up in Rena's clothes and pretended to be her when she canceled your date. You can either pay me $40,000 and this all disappears, or we can go public with everything and you marry me. Which will it be? I'm not unreasonable. If you marry me and take responsibility for your child, then we can forget about the money. It will, of course, involve you breaking up with Rena, though.
Look, Mel, I'm sorry, but none of this is making any sense to me. Can you give me some time to think things over?
Fine. But make up your mind quickly. We don't have forever here. Every second you spend hesitating over what to do is a second our baby keeps growing. Ken! Have you made a decision yet? What's taking so long? It's been an entire week since you said you needed more time.
Look, Mel, there's just no way I can go along with this.
Are you still intent on playing dumb? It's time to stop being stubborn and face reality.
You and Brenna are identical twin, which means the average guy on the street might confuse you for each other at a glance. But I know you both, and I can tell the difference. Your mannerisms, your personalities, the way you speak, the vibe is just different. All the makeup, hairstyling, or clothes in the world wouldn't make me mistake you for my own fiancé. I could drink 10 beers and still be able to tell you apart. And we didn't even drink that night.
Ken, you're lying, aren't you? Even our parents get us mixed up sometimes. Do you really think you know us better than them? That's ridiculous, and you know it. Face reality already.
Okay, so where's the proof it's my kid? If it's a DNA test you need, I'll be right there with you. Give me the cup and I'll shoot.
Wow, are you serious? Are you saying you don't believe me? I'm your fiance's sister. We'll be family soon. How could you be so horrible? I've had it with you. If that's your attitude, you leave me no choice. I'm telling Rena and my parents. You made me do this. This means war. I'll crush your wedding dream into little pieces.
Give it your best shot, because there's no way what you're saying is true. I've examined it from 1,000 different angles, and there's no scenario where what you're saying happened.
I'm finally seeing your true colors. To think you tried to escape responsibility for your own kid.
What you're saying is literally impossible, because I can't have kids.
Huh?
I'm impotent. Shooting blanks. My boys can't swim.
Huh? Wait, what? What? Why didn't you tell me that from the start? Are you serious? This has been nothing but a huge waste of time!
I see. Yep, I knew it. You were lying. The reason I went quiet for so long was because I was racking my brains to try to find any kind of reason you'd lie about something like this.
Wow. That's funny.
Excuse me? Which part is funny?
The idea of my sister marrying a good-for-nothing infantile loser like you. You're damaged goods. Do you have any idea how much my sister loves kids? You're doomed from the start. There's no way your marriage is going to last. You may as well not even bother and save yourself the hurt.
Rena said yes when I proposed, knowing full well about my condition, which is why we planned on living happily together, even if it meant we could never have kids.
Well, that may be so. But what about our parents? Do you have any idea how many times they've told me how excited they are to be their grandkids? You've got another thing coming if they think you'll allow this. I've got it. I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. If you pay me a generous fee and hush money, I'll agree not to tell my parents about your unfortunate condition. Believe me, you're done for if they find out. Think about it. Everyone wins. You'd be a fool to say no.
Everyone wins? How so? Because all this sounds like to me is that you're so desperate for money you'll stop at nothing to get your grubby hands on it. Even if it means destroying your family's lives.
What Whatever. You can think that if it makes you feel better. I guess it's not exactly wrong. I'm really a sucker for a fat wad of cash. But looking it up from your perspective, you want my mom and dad to like you, right? You must be really nervous about meeting them. You do want to be accepted, don't you?
Well, yeah, but that's exactly why I don't want to lie to them. Funnily enough, I just arrived at your parents' place with Rena.
Huh? But the wedding introduction wasn't supposed to be for another week.
True, but then you decided to pull this lunatic stunt of yours and the plan changed. I thought it'd be better if they heard it straight from the horse's mouth rather than you telling them in a malicious attempt to destroy their image of me. I decided it was best to start from a point of honesty and tell them the truth straight away.
Wait, if you're at my parents' place, does that mean you told my family about me?
It's not exactly that I told them. It's more that they're looking at my phone right now, watching this conversation play out in real time.
What? They're doing... What? Oh my god! What have you done? Are you trying to destroy your fiancé's sister's reputation? What's wrong with you?
The only one who destroyed your reputation is you, young lady. You're the shame of this family. You disgust me.
Huh?
Oh, that wasn't me. It was your dad. So yeah, that's basically where we are right now.
I'm so sorry. Dad, please. I made a mistake, please. It was all just one big prank. A joke. I didn't mean it. Please, believe me.
How about you come over and explain yourself to everyone in person? To quote your dad, "Get your ass over here now!" I think it's about time you took responsibility for what you've done.
If you'd have just kept your mouth shut and paid me the money, my plan would have worked.
Excuse me? Do you have zero self-awareness? In any case, you seriously need to get your head checked out. This isn't normal behavior. The one who hurt your sister is you, Mel. No, wrong. You hurt your entire family. It turns out the reason Mel was so desperate for money was because she'd become a regular at a local strip club and fallen in love with one of the gigolos, who periodically requested large sums of money from her, and she subsequently ended up in mountains of debt. To make matters worse, I was gobsmacked when I found this out, but apparently this is the second time. The first time, her mom and dad saved her butt and paid off her $80,000 of debt, but they made it absolutely clear that they never be doing it again, and warned her vehemently against going down the same path. Sadly, even after being granted a second chance at life, she didn't learn from her mistakes, and this time was even stupid enough to borrow from a black market loan shark. Rena and her parents were furious at her for trying to extort money out of me, and they came down on her like a ton of bricks. I don't think I've ever seen a human being look so terrified. In the end, they cut her out of their lives completely. Apparently, her parents had sold their car, canceled their insurance policy, and begged various relatives to come up with the money to pay off the debts the first time around. Rena even donated the entirety of her savings account to get her wayward twin sister out of this catastrophic mess she'd gotten herself into. It's hardly surprising that none of them had the patience to put up with her shenanigans a second time around. 6 months later, Mel showed up at her parents' house looking so worn out and beaten down by life that I can only describe her appearance as homeless. Of course, she lied about my role in everything, but it turns out she genuinely had been pregnant, and she came to beg for money to help with bringing up the baby. The baby daddy was none other than the male stripper she had fallen in love with. Needless to say, her dad sent her on her way before she even had time to say hello. By the way, the in-laws both apologized to me profusely for everything their daughter had put me through. They also had no issue with me not being able to have kids. In their words, as long as you two are happy together, you have our complete, unwavering support. With that, it was full steam ahead for the wedding. Up until then, I'd never felt any kind of positive emotion towards my condition. But in this case, it was precisely because I was infertile that Mel's efforts to deceive me ended in failure. Thanks to my boy's inability to swim, me and my family were able to cut an unbelievably toxic individual out of our lives forever. She might have called me damaged goods, but now, me and Rena are living out our married lives in tranquil peace and harmony, and I've never been happier. I intend to continue being a good, honest husband from here on out, and live out my life in happiness with the woman I love.